I can help you escape the Matrix if you sign up today at Hustlers University. It is now only $50. Do you not have $50? If so, you're broke.
This is the story of how a $40 billion industry built on self-help became a battleground for money, attention, and power, and how a new cultural shift emerging could help restore self-improvement back to what it was always meant to be. This is Dale Carnegie, author of How to Win Friends and Influence People.
No, I haven't read this
This is
book.
one of the biggest books in America ever, by the way.
I've never understood people who read this fucking book. My cousin has this book and he constantly tries to push it on me. Be a normal fucking human being. I don't need to read a book to figure out how to have friends and be influential.
I actually went to 2 bookstores in the past 2 weeks. I'm knowledge-pilled. It's just normie motivational slop with the asterisk of like a transatlantic accent. See? How to win friends and influence people. Keep your shoulders back, look people in the eye, and shake their hand. I don't know, bro. It's kind of fucking cringe.
I have never ever read a self-help book. I think that people who read self-help books for the most part are weird. And the people who write them are fucking grifters. I had a blog where I wrote a lot of self-help slop myself. And I will tell you that a lot of that slop is just right off the top of the dome. Some of the articles that I wrote back in the day are posted also to Medium. Stuff like this. The absolutely, positively most well-kept secrets to becoming a successful writer. And people eat this shit up. Let me just see if the website's still up really quick. Oh shit, the fucking website's still up too. The website was called entropyofman.com. This is where I had most of my fucking writing. I'm a pretty good writer, I'm gonna be honest. 10 problems with trying to accomplish too much too fast. I wrote so much bullshit. If you guys want, go ahead and check that out and go ahead and read through the comments and shit. People, like I said, they eat this shit up and it was just me yapping, just writing to write. If you read what I wrote, it was fucking good. It was good sound advice. It was common sense, but it doesn't mean that I was actually putting all that stuff into practice. A lot of these guys who write these books are just grifters who aren't even putting what they say into practice. They're just writing, and you are the sucker who buys the books and tries to follow it.
It started out simple. Books, seminars, the American dream packaged into digestible...
Yo, and if you go to Barnes & Noble or you go to your mom and pop bookstore, which I encourage you to do, try to find good literature. You won't find it. Bookstores feel like they come from a parallel reality these days. Step inside, top 40 dance music blasting. Instantly assaulted by multiple stands for books with covers featuring garish color combinations and huge, bold, simple fonts. They are all bestsellers with 75 awards, each of them prestigious literary institutions that were established 3 weeks ago. They all have trite, nonsensical, pseudo-poetic titles like All the Fire That We Hold Tomorrow.
I'm gonna be honest, I have a whole bunch of books behind me. I've read all of them, but I haven't gone to a bookstore in fucking ages, guys. Most of the books I buy, I get them from recommendations on YouTube. I watch this channel, Quinn's Ideas. He goes over a lot of like sci-fi and stuff like that, and I usually end up buying the books that he mentions there.
Trip over the stack of books from 2017 about Trump gathering dust in the corner. Return a week later to find a whole new suite of books, authors, and awards that have been randomly generated and placed on display.
The problem with books as well is the same problem we're having on the internet. People are just using fucking ChatGPT and generating whole fucking ass books. Bunch of fucking AI slop. It's really unfortunate. That being said, I am considering opening a faceless channel that's just AI slop, and I'm just gonna start picking like random topics like how to fix a broken faucet, how to change a tire, just generic shit like that, and just start pumping them out on a channel. Because guys are getting rich off of that shit.
Suddenly, anyone could be a guru.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Anyone could sell the secret to success. What began as practical advice transformed into an endless stream of
Hustle, hustle. Have 4 jobs. Wendy's.
That is true.
You're broke!
Sign yourself to be and worthless.
Who is this fucking Monopoly motherfucker?
As someone who was once considered a self-help YouTuber,
I'm a slop guru. That's so true.
a unique insider perspective to what's happened. There's a lot more to this industry than what's on the surface, and it's about time that people start to wake up to the truth.
My cousin swears by this self-improvement bullshit, and he has so many of these fucking books. What's the point of reading 100 fucking self-improvement books if you're not gonna make any changes? It's all fucking superficial, common sense shit. A lot of people just like reading these books because it makes them feel good about themselves.
Chat, you gotta make sure that you're not the improver. 24-year-old improver, currently learning new foreign language, read 50 books this year, bench pressed 120 kilograms, trying to run 4 kilometers in 20 minutes. I'm improving! Does nothing all day, only improves, doesn't care about anything, just wants to improve himself.
The idea of improving oneself has been around since humans have had the ability to form self-conscious thoughts. Religious teachers and philosophers shared their wisdom through texts that would be
Hey, come here, boy. Let me.
And although there were definitely some people who were trying to use their words to manipulate the general public and amass power, most of these teachers were genuinely just trying to help people. Books like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill and
Kill me.
the aforementioned How to Win Friends and Influence
Kill me.
These are all the books that grifters fucking read and push constantly.
category of education that schools were leaving out. Using lessons tied to real-life stories that anyone could pick up and understand, you could learn the secrets that were only reserved for the most successful people on
The
Earth.
crazy thing is that half those stories are not real life stories. They're just stories that are completely fucking fabricated. It's like Rich Dad Poor Dad guy. He got exposed that half the fucking shit in his book where it wasn't even real. He was just yapping.
You've been sold a lie. You've been psyoped. You should probably read more fiction. All you have to do is look at the people that are writing these books. They're geeks. They're dorks.
These books were released during a time of turmoil in America.
But this was written during a time where you could handshake your way to being rich. All you had to
Shake
do
your
was
fist me, which
just
is
squeeze
crazy.
his hand harder and look the other guy in the eye more intensely.
They exploded in popularity. Though it's not known what the exact amount of copies sold are, Think and Grow Rich is estimated to have sold millions of copies shortly after it was released, and How to Win Friends and Influence People also experienced huge success. By the 1970s, motivational seminars started popping up around America. Self-made millionaires like Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, and
Zig Ziglar. Turns out you can make even more money by selling the dream to people on how to make money. Stop attending these events.
highly
They
effective
won't, Philion, because
You need
they
a
want.
mentor. You need a mastermind. You need to hit the oil rig.
people were delivering
They won't because they're trying to find a shortcut. The reason why people eat this shit up is because they're trying to find a shortcut.
speeches about success, friendship, wealth, positive thinking, and
You need to figure shit out for yourself. You need to experience life. Stop looking for a spiritual daddy
Daddy, chill.
We don't do that here.
and look within.
religious texts repackaged and distilled into a bumper sticker.
They're in complete denial. They think denial is just a river in Egypt.
Why? Why do you think this?
These seminars
we
were
went full
usually
Southern
reasonably
Baptist
priced,
over here.
costing anywhere from $50 to a few $100s depending on the
Yeah,
size
but that's like 300,000 in today's money. Come on.
and location of the event. And the
God damn,
testimonials
inflation
from
got
those who
us.
attended them were overwhelmingly positive. Then, when the TV was created, motivational content was no longer reserved for people who attended in real
The truth is, it's always going to have positive feedback, even though the people who are giving the positive feedback are not fucking advancing at all, or improving, or getting rich. They feel good sitting there and hearing another person giving them the steps, the supposed steps to success, and they go home thinking they accomplished something.
motivational CDs you could play in your car made self-improvement more accessible to the average person. It was the dawn of a new era of information consumption. You could get the answer to all of life's biggest problems. In this way, self-help was becoming the new religion, and that religion was about to spread to the most influential invention the world had ever seen. The early days of the internet were a sandbox for experimentation. Nobody knew exactly what the evolution of businesses would look like. They just knew most of them would have to eventually transition to this online world. The earliest days of self-help content on the internet usually came in the form of blogs.
These fucking blogs got views, I'm telling you, man. I was a fucking teenager writing bullshit and I was getting views. Imagine like a fucking little like 16-year-old writing some crazy fucking blog, and there's like 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds reading that shit, fucking not knowing that you're a fucking teenager just talking out of your ass, and they're eating it up.
Is just copying the previous self-help guru with a different aesthetic. That's it. It's the same shit. It's always been slop.
Am I a slop content creator? I'm just realizing I fucking am. I'm part of the fucking problem.
It was simply just people who enjoyed writing, sharing stories and experiences from their life and what they learned from them. Total innocence. And in fact, one could argue that this era was more innocent than the pre-internet days of seminars and motivational speeches. But that innocence
He is right to a certain degree, because when we were writing these fucking blogs, it never really occurred to me to fucking sell anything to them or to even make money. It was just writing to fucking write and see the fucking feedback from other people And like that was satisfying enough. It was too early in those days, I feel like, to really go into the deep grift. Who knows what would have happened if I hadn't stopped. And then it took me so fucking long to start a YouTube channel. That's the other thing. Like I literally only started a YouTube channel like 3 years ago when I got my first like semi supercar. But I also don't want to be like a fucking fake guru, you know? Like I'm not trying to be a fucking fake guru.
I need to sell a course. I need to sell a course right now.
See exactly what I'm saying.
You didn't need any inventory. You didn't need an office, just some marketing skills.
Guys like Philion and me, we are guys that have the potential to do this, but we choose not to.
How to be gay and fake in the modern era. $997.
The right information. And this is when entrepreneurship became a
How to win men and influence twinks.
In
The subtle art of cock in my ass.
2007, Tim Ferriss published what is still
Hey,
considered
yo, Philion, chill.
4-hour goon sesh.
The 4-hour goon session is crazy.
and this completely revolutionized
Dude, I read that when I was younger. I was like, I'm going to work 4 hours a week.
the way that people look at their relationship with time and money.
Dropship shit from China. Sell useless powders at like a 3,000% markup. Ooh.
These fucking guys got in so early and they got so fucking rich. It's a cycle, you know, because the people buying the fucking books, buying the courses, look at these guys, they look at their lifestyle and they say, well, this guy's fucking rich. He must be doing something right. But in reality, he's getting rich off of you, sucker. He's getting rich off of you.
By all means, it was the blueprint to becoming a digital nomad before the term digital nomad even existed. And it gave the aspiring young people exactly what they needed in order to live anywhere, escape the 9-to-5, and join the new rich.
The only difference is that today's meta is even fucking worse because now the people aren't just talking out of their ass. They're fucking typing in a prompt in a fucking chat GPT and a bunch of slop is coming out and they're just fucking grabbing that, fucking putting it into fucking 11 Lab, generating a fucking AI voice, throwing that into a fucking video, then grabbing a fucking bunch of clip art, throwing that in there and posting it to YouTube and saying that they're fucking self-help gurus.
You know, I'm somewhat of a digital nomad myself. On my recent vacation, I made sure to log in and get some work done.
What followed was a huge uptick in the creation of online personal brands.
Iman Ghazi's the master of personal
Iman
branding.
Ghazi, oh
Am I
my
right, chat?
fucking god. Iman Ghazi, in my opinion, is like a fucking Ty Lopez 2.0. These fucking guys just come out of the woodworks every 5 years, man. And fucking ideas that don't work for 90% of the population. Not everybody can fucking do what I'm doing right now. Not everybody can have the same fucking career as I have. Not everybody can have a fucking supercar. That's not how reality works. If everybody's driving around in supercars, everybody's a digital nomad, everybody's a fucking influencer, vlogger, then there won't be, society would collapse. It's not realistic. And I feel like 90% of the people who fucking spend their money on these courses hoping that it will fucking help them achieve that goal fail because that's not a goal that you achieve by watching a fucking course. It's a goal you achieve by having a fucking idea of what you want to do and fucking pursuing it actively.
These videos instilled a new type of hope within me. I started consuming content from all different types of popular self-help creators during this time, like Improvement Pill and Fight Mediocrity. I read
It's very dangerous to do this because you can end up being one of those people who just fucking only watches self-improvement fucking content and you're not fucking moving in life at all.
And in May of 2017,
Just be
as I was
normal.
walking to one of my classes in college, I got the idea to start this YouTube channel. Being the naive 20-year-old that I was at the time, I began regurgitating all of the simple concepts that I was learning. How to be
That's what they all do. The guy that you fucking learned it from did that.
confident, how to reduce stress, how to meditate.
He's just like me, for real.
I didn't really have a ton of experience with what I was talking about, but I thought if I can just help one person, then making these videos is worth it. Every day, new channels like mine were spawning on the internet.
It's literally a pyramid scheme of knowledge. The only difference is nowadays, like I said, people are just typing in the fucking prompt in fucking chat GPT and they're not even regurgitating the stuff anymore. Chat GPT is doing it for them. That's the only fucking difference nowadays.
The hustle obsession era was about to begin.
Yeah, I take the Dark Souls approach. You just got to get good.
The Dark Souls.
When you're faced with adversity, you just got to overcome it head on. You got to fail, 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 fail. Get a little better. Try again until you succeed. It's not that hard. Most people aren't honest with the tasks they need to be doing. So they fill their time.
They're lazy. They're lazy. They want fucking instant gratification and they want to have the fucking feel of satisfaction. And a lot of the times just talking about the task that you need to do fulfills that role.
nonsensical shit that makes them feel good in the moment.
From around 2010 to 2019, lifestyle porn
We hit them with the
really became a
Lambos.
prominent theme amongst the most influential figures in the self-help space. Creators telling you to work 12 hours a day, showing off their
I only eat pure soy paste. I'm a based, red-pilled, square-jawed mega chad.
luxury cars and private jets, morning routines, and selling the promise of getting stupidly rich through the internet was the norm. It was also a time where people really began exploiting positive thinking by selling expensive training programs that promised crazy results through pseudoscience. The Secret, written by Ron
I knew oh my god, it was on the tip of my fucking tongue. I don't know why I didn't say it before you showed it. The Secret. This was a heap of bullshit. A flaming, steaming fucking heap of fucking bullshit.
I thought the law of attraction was just getting hotter. You can always be thinner, look better.
American Psycho.
I remember I took a class in college and they like played this on the screen and I was like, really? We're gonna be manifesting our wealth.
Unironically, the same thing happened to me in fucking English comp too. What the fuck? Is this guy in my fucking college or something?
The ideas discussed within The Secret actually aren't too far off from the concepts within Think and Grow Rich. To be honest, during my early days of YouTube, I was heavily invested into learning about the law of attraction too. Let's take a look at this clip from the creator of The Secret.
Okay.
Oh my god, she looks like a fucking witch.
Looks like she sells crystals, man. I mean, it looks like her life is on easy mode because she duped enough people into believing that you could just, I think I can. Chat, how do you not look at somebody like that and you're just like, scam? Immediately, just scam.
They're desperate and they're looking for a quick answer.
When Russell Brunson wrote .com Secrets in 2015,
Wow. This guy's cool. Uh-huh.
a new blueprint was established for selling digital products online. You would set up something called a ClickFunnel.
Oh,
You
the
create a
infamous
piece of
fucking
content or
ClickFunnel.
advertisement that builds trust and attention, that directs the prospect to your funnel. You set up a landing page, which almost always follows the same structure of a
Now, this is the cookie cutter course seller approach.
Yep, it is.
Bro, rate my ClickFunnel.
title, offer, an intro video, and a button below to
So fucking overused, overplayed, and overrated.
It's digital marketing 101. It's just sloppy soy bullshit.
selling it, what you're selling, and
Yeah, but I'm offering them value. They're getting value.
Like, look at this guy. Does this guy inspire confidence? I look at a guy like this, just how he's dressed, how he looks, and I instantly know he's a fucking scammer and I ignore him. Con artist. He looks like a fucking textbook con artist.
he claims to know the secret of the book Think and Grow Rich. Since 1937, over 20 million copies of Think and Grow Rich have been sold, and it's the #1 book most millionaires credit with their success. So why isn't it working for you yet?
Because you're cringe.
I've got the secret for you right on this page. The language here can best be described as predatory. It hits a direct market.
No shit.
People who haven't gotten rich yet after reading Think and Grow Rich. It takes them
quick
during
rich
a very low
niggas.
point when they're in a desperate state to make money and stop struggling financially, and it sells them their dream without any doubts that it could possibly fail. Also, I'm not sure why he thought this was a selling point, but he also added, this is not a theoretical analysis done by scientists or university professors. It's Bob's real life 100% useful insights that you can go right now and use in any area of your life.
Dude, all of this is cool and all, but imagine like becoming rich and still being ugly. That sucks. You need to be hot.
And I can tell you why he added that first sentence. It's because he knows that fucking most of the people want an easy fucking route. Scientists, university, fucking studying, all of that stuff equals hard route. He's basically telling them this is gonna be easy. It's just, you just can wake up in the morning, read a little bit of my book, and put it into practice in your life, and you'll be just like me. That's what he's trying to say with that.
Typically verifiable. It's just an antidote. Sign me up. Actually, after thinking about it, I do know why he added that. He added that because he is specifically trying to target a type of audience that would not try to verify whether something is scientifically accurate or not.
See what I mean?
However, this was just the beginning. What came after the initial course selling boom didn't
Don't tell me he's gonna show the fucking kids. Anyone can do this. You just regurgitate what you already fucking heard.
even involve people with years of experience anymore. Things were about to get worse. a lot worse. What happened in these years is what I like to call the teenage boys sitting in childhood bedroom acting like all-knowing gods about topics they don't fully understand to sell you something inflation era. So many young people with the hope of
Nah, that's just the patch update. I ain't gonna lie. That's just a fucking patch update, because the same thing they're doing is the exact same thing that the fucking grifters before did. The reason teenage boys didn't start this fucking meta earlier in the olden times is because they didn't have access to the fucking information in the olden times. The truth is the meta will always be the same, no matter how easy it is. It doesn't matter how easy it is. That's the other thing. It's always going to be the two groups. The same guys that go on fucking chat GPT, type in a prompt, write me a article about how to get rich. And they print that fucking article out, they throw it into fucking 11 Labs, and they make a fucking YouTube video out of it. That same person is the person who would have fucking made the course before. And the person who's consuming it is the same person who's too lazy to fucking even figure out how to use ChatGPT. It's always going to be those two fucking groups.
But still, there were those trying to take advantage of this new market.
Hey, I can
see
tell
blurring?
that bald head.
What color's your Bugatti?
Bugatti.
Influx. And one figure came into the scene at the perfect time. It's no secret now that young men are dealing with a sort of identity crisis in the modern
It's a
world.
fatherless crisis.
With more single mothers and less strictly enforced gender roles, a lot of young guys are looking for that father figure they wish they had growing up. Unfortunately, due to the nature of social media, the ones that are the most polarizing and loud are the ones that usually get the most engagement. And Andrew Tate fit that description perfectly. His personality was like if you took all the deceptiveness of the lifestyle porn gurus, the manipulativeness of ultra-spiritual cult leaders.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That fucking live stream where he had the lady massaging him for like 4 hours, that shit was ridiculously funny. I ain't gonna lie. This guy was... look, love him or hate him, Andrew Tate is entertaining.
And combine them with the most typical alpha bro stereotype. His takes vary from somewhat reasonable and almost helpful sometimes.
This is the same game that's always been played. It's the same. It's a cult game. You're in a digital cult. Cult leader will tell you some stuff that's true, mixed in with some stuff that's not true, mixed in with a little bit of exaggeration. It's the same fucking game as always, except that you're not meeting in a fucking physical building.
But what I want to focus on specifically is the movement that he inspired in the self.
Yakub has spoken.
Just like promoters of the law of
Trichology.
attraction, Andrew knew he could create a cult-like following and make millions if he paired his ability to portray
Oh, he's
conviction
jacked
and
though, I ain't gonna
masculinity.
lie.
It was exactly the type of content many young men were looking for. A guy who could pull them up by their
Every young man has the fucking dream of having money, having girls, having the supercar. This is easy math.
straps, promote
Easy
traditional
computation.
masculinity, and make them feel like men. Except this time, it would involve a strategy.
You're broke!
to ensure his audience
What color's your
would
Bugatti?
think for themselves. First, he established an enemy, the Matrix,
Matrix.
a reference to the 1999 film starring Keanu Reeves.
Damn good one too. That shit picked up quickly. It's a fucking classic movie. So big brain fucking idea there, using the fucking Matrix as the enemy.
Similar to the film, he explained the Matrix as the
It's a
system
Matrix
that
attack.
people are born to and spend their whole lives in.
The Matrix is strong. The system which is designed to keep you as a slave is strong.
You are a victim of the Matrix, and he knows the secret to escaping. He called his program Hustlers University.
Hate you! Hate you! Hustlers University.
A monthly subscription to learn
broke.
from experts in
Now, I can help you escape the Matrix if you sign up today at Hustlers University. It is now only $50. Do you not have $50? If so, you're broke. You're a brokey.
Because I joined this month and have been going through the classes, which is
You're
basically
poor.
all of
In a vacuum, these videos are really not that bad. If you actually follow the advice, like if you actually followed the advice and did the stuff in the videos, most of the time you might actually succeed.
After several years of this trend of self-help obsession and addiction in the form of masculine content, two types of groups formed. The ones who actually saw results and the ones whose lives stayed the same. That's the thing with self-help. It contains so
Slot machine, more like slop machine.
much good information, even from the slimiest people in the industry.
The fucking thing is called self-help. You gotta help yourself. These guys destroyed fucking drop shipping and Amazon FBA. Back in like 2018, my brother did an Amazon FBA before it got super duper popular, and he made so much money. And now you can't even do that because all these fucking goober fucking teenagers are trying to sell a bunch of shit on there.
many young people were starting to catch on to the effectiveness of this multi-level marketing tactic.
You're gonna show
What you
Sneeko, I
need to
bet.
understand is that Andrew Tate thinks less of you as a person. He literally thinks you are
'Cause you're
subhuman
dumb.
if you sign up for his shit. He is laughing.
He thinks you're a dummy, and you are a dummy. Every self-help fucking guru thinks that you're a fucking dummy when you sign up for their course, join their cult, or do whatever the fuck they're telling you to do. Because you are a dummy. That's the whole point.
Predatory people, like the ones I went over in this video, are probably always going to exist. There's
It's kind of cringe, you know, paying for like a course.
I've never paid for a
Especially, like,
fucking
an
course.
exorbitant amount of money. It's kind of kind of homoerotic. You're giving up your time in the form of fiat
Homie said it's kind of homoerotic. You're gay.
currency. You worked hard for it. To another man, your master. Please,
Your
teach me
master.
the ways. It's a fin-dom relationship. You know what I do to alpha these improvement courses? I buy them, and then I jerk off to them.
A fool and his money are easily parted.
Take what works for you and discard the rest. And with time, you will become your own guru. To all the day ones who started watching me way back in 2017,
This guy started his channel in 2017 and he's already a big YouTuber. I'm not going to give up because if all of these suckers can do it, I can do it too. I need you to subscribe though.
goodbye.
Nice. Now let's see Paul Allen's video.
American Psycho.